What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Today we're going to be discussing my prediction for the Maxlord album Tracklist, or just songs that I would like to personally see on this album. Before we do start, I do just want to shout out to all channel members. Thank you guys for supporting me and the channel, and with that being said, let's get started. Now we're going to go over briefly just a song that is already confirmed, which is Pills in the Regal. We know that this is going to be on the album, Maxlord said it is, and alongside with this we also know about the possibility of an unheard Perp song being on this album, which honestly could be a love song, a sad song, or a hype song. Perps has kind of done everything with Juice, so if it's an unheard, we really have no idea what it could be. But other than those two tracks, that's pretty much everything that is confirmed or at least hinted towards being on this album. But diving into just what I think will end up on here, I think that Way Too Many has a big chance to be the intro to this album. We know that we're never getting outsiders, at least Max is not going to do it, and I feel like Bibby and Pete and really just anybody else at grade A is not going to do the outsiders. So with that being said, we know that they're trying to make this Juice's dream album, and I don't really know how you could do that better than by adding Way Too Many to the intro for this album. We know Juice wanted to use that for the Outsiders intro, so I think that just makes perfect sense. And I obviously just want to get Biscotti out of the way. This is still my grail, it's still unleaked obviously, and I'm pretty sure this was produced by Maxlord himself, so if he knows that the community wants this song and he produced it, I feel like that would maybe give us a higher chance to get this. We also have Season and the community pushing yet again to get something like Rental released, which would be a perfect track to be on this album in my opinion. I think alongside Way Too Many, Biscotti, and Pills in the Regal, Rental would be a perfect hype song to have for the mainstream to hear on this album. I also think All Life Long or Good Time with Cudi should 100% be on here. This is something as well that Juice wanted a song with Cudi. This song's already been teased after Fighting Demons in the Cigarettes music video. This should 100% be the outro to the album in my opinion. I also think some other snippets or songs that are pretty big in the community right now would be cool to be on here. Stuff like Drive Me Crazy or 38. Those might not personally be your favorite songs, but I do think there's a place for that kind of music on this album, especially if we're getting community grails like that. Those would be a perfect fit on this project if you ask me. I would also love to see Morning Again on here. I know that Bibby doesn't like this song, but we know that Max is doing the album, so there's a higher chance for us to get that. The Chainsmokers have also been very vocal about wanting to release their collabs with Juice. They even made a TikTok specifically about Morning Again, so this would be a perfect 2018 kind of sad, more love type song to be on here in my opinion. I would still also be a fan of seeing stuff like Off the Rip release, just because we know the Juice wanted to drop this, and I feel like the community would really appreciate this song being out with a good feature. And I think if it's possible, we should 100% get a Juice and Thug collab. I honestly think that would be insane. I feel like if they use something like Attachments, Sky High, there's obviously tons of collabs they could pick from. I wouldn't complain about any of them dropping. And then I kind of feel like we have to briefly mention the Kanye, Frank Ocean, and Tyler features that Rex Kudo kind of teased in his last Instagram live. I feel like there's tons of songs that they could pick from, but if they don't have specific songs that Juice wanted them on, I just hope they choose the right songs. I hope we don't get a situation where a verse gets cut or anything like that. I hope we just use open songs or really good songs that maybe they could just keep both of Juice's verses on and add an extra verse from somebody like Kanye or whoever. I would also still like to see GoPro drop on here. I think this is an insane 2019 song that I'm pretty sure Rex produced as well. I think this would just be a great track to drop. It was going to be on the Party Never Ends V2, so I still think this is something they should release. And lastly, just to cover a few songs within one section, I think that doing something like Toxic Humans, Never Switch, Call Me Whenever, just one of those older SoundCloud gems that we all would love to see release. I feel like having one or two on this album like that from those eras would not be a bad situation at all. I feel like that would kind of just make this album come full circle, especially if it kind of crosses each era of Juice or each side of Juice. One of those songs I'd be completely fine with being on here, but let me know what you guys think. What songs do you want on this Maxlord album? And as we get more of kind of an understanding of what the name of it's going to be, what the theme is, what tracks, I can make a different kind of video that speculates more accurately, but right now these are just tracks that I personally would be completely fine with being on here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.